Seahawks, Eagles. Ooh, this is a big one. I think as soon as I said that, I know that Prince of the City's ears just perked up. Seahawks, Eagles, 46 Fahrenheit, partly cloudy, 10 miles per hour will be the wind Sunday in Philly. Philly opening up at -3 at +102. They're now -2 at +102. And there are 1.5s on the board. Money coming in on the Seabirds. The total opened up at 49. Now we have 48s, a couple 48.5s. The Eagles just have a +4 point differential. Wentz comes into this matchup with a passer rating of 91.4. That's 18th among NFL quarterbacks, lowest since his rookie season in 2016. I'm wondering, Donnie, if you feel like that's because he has no wide receivers or that he maybe is just not as good as we thought he was going to be. New England's top-ranked passing defense was tricky for him. He went 20 for 40 for 214 yards and a touchdown. He was sacked 5 times. He lost a fumble. As we know, no Deshaun Jackson, no Alshon Jeffries. The Eagles rank either last or second to last in receptions by receiver, receiving yards, yards per catch. It's Ertz, the Pro Bowl tight end, that leads the Eagles with 55 catches. And then the other tight end, Goddard, with the 4 TD catches. In receiver rankings, they're 31st, and last in yards, catches, and yards per catch. They're allowing just 86 yards per game on the ground. They've held opponents to 17 points or less in 3 straight games. Are they going to be able to slow down this very, very scary Seahawks offense? And it's just because of Russell Wilson. I mean, it's not the whole offense. And we know that the Seahawks like to run, and the Eagles can slow that down. But it's Jadeveon Clowney and Jaron Reed that they're all of a sudden menaces out there. They're all of a sudden stepping up when they hadn't been all year. Are the Seahawks rising right now? I love when you break down your Philadelphia Eagles. How are you going to hammer Seahawks, Eagles?
It's got a similar feel to last week, doesn't it, Jimmy? Like 9 out of 10 tickets early in the week, and probably through the rest of the week we'll be lining up on Seattle. And why would you not when you theoretically look at what the Philadelphia Eagles have? Now, if you could say coming into the game, Alshon Jeffrey was healthy, Deshaun Jackson is out there, the Eagles would beat the Seahawks. The Eagles would have beat New England last week, but that's not the case, and you have to cap with what you have here. Now, the defense, not as good as the New England Patriots that they're going to face. I mean, that's a check mark, but I think they're coming on and getting stronger, and also they're coming off of a bye for the Seattle Seahawks. Russell Wilson is the single best player in football. No matter what happens, that your defense is prepared and ready for it, he just seems to have the upper hand on you. Third down plays, he throws punts that continually get caught 30 yards down the field or at least get a flag. They are an amazing offense because of Russell Wilson can do, because their offensive line is horrendous. He's the only quarterback in the league that doesn't need an offensive line and actually plays better the worse his offensive line gets. Imagine that being an actual credible thought, which it really is. But looking at this game going forward, Jimmy, the Eagles aren't getting anybody. Let's take a look. Jadeveon Clowney is going to be out there. Their pass rush is going to be coming after it. The Eagles might be down Lane Johnson, the best right tackle in football. We don't know if Jordan Howard's going to appear on the football field this week. Hasn't been cleared yet through a doctor after the one stinger. Alshon Jeffrey didn't even practice last week. So even if he does get back to practice or hobbles around, how effective can he be? So you're left with the same exact solutions for Carson Wentz. And one of the points you brought up previously before actually going over the game, Carson Wentz is a really good quarterback. If you gave him weapons that actually could make plays, if you just role reversed and put Carson Wentz in Dallas Cowboys offense, he would set the world on fire and again, just like 2017, be the MVP of football. But he doesn't have anything. Nobody makes any play unless he puts the ball right on the numbers to Zach Ertz, who will catch the football and fall down. Nobody makes plays. 50-50 balls, 60-40 balls. Not a single Eagles wide receiver is an NFL level talent, and that's what he's going up against. It looks easy to take Seattle early in the week, Jimmy. And again, the Eagles, the only team in the NFL that only gets more injured, even more time off than they should be coming back. Nigel Bradham, hey, look, he's going to come back this week. We'll see if he can run on the sidelines. You got to be kidding me. The secondary of the Eagles should be able to hold up against the Seattle Seahawks, but the Eagles got to score points, Jimmy. Not so sure they can do it. I actually like the under 49 in this football game.
It's a high total. Open at 49. There's still some 48.5s on the board. Nico says if Eagles D-line can contain Wilson in the pocket, they win easily. Can the D-line contain Wilson in the pocket?
I think the Eagles will be ready on defense. But you know what I mean? If you say, hey, the Seattle's going to score 24 points in this football game, you probably would take it the way they've been motoring and say, hey, the Eagles got a real shot in this game. But the cap is the Eagles offense doing anything against anybody's defense with no playmakers. Jimmy, you saw the path to victory last week versus the Patriots, right? Run the football, run the football, run the football. 9-minute drives. That's an aberration in the NFL. You don't win by saying, we're going to hold the football and keep it away and pound the rock. That doesn't win in the NFL. And you saw they lost 17-10.
Chris Brady saying Seahawks money line here, and Neil Frank, Seattle team total over. Clint Richardson says this is a tough game. Eagles will have a shot. Pie Guy says if Tyler Lockett plays the Hawks, easy. Chris Brady says I'm taking the over 49 as well. Not my best bet, but go over. Nick goes says Hawks fat and happy on a roll off a bye, which means a letdown spot here. Robert Weimer says liking the under. Philly slow, has no healthy players. Seabags will have trouble scoring against the Birds D and sprinkling some money line cash on the Seahawks. Wow. Jeff Billings says, Jimmy, it's Seattle. First half, full game in Seattle. Team total over. Craig77 says, Eagles offense is inept. Leaning Seahawks. Robert Weimer says, everyone scores on Philly through the air, but Seattle doesn't have the receivers to burn the Eagles. Yeah, the under is right. Donnie, the under is right. Maybe I'll put a little L towards the under. Okay.